So far I feel everybody has identified one, two, or three core painful, limiting stories about self. And you have them down. And you probably, some of us, we've done psychotherapy and we already know them. We worked on them. So that's good. But now in this awareness-based subconscious deprogramming, the idea is now we need to deprogram it. It's like a corrupt program installed early on, and we need to uninstall it. And the way to uninstall it is, first of all, to understand that this core program, it pervades our experience in the mind. So this core corrupt program has a mind component. It says something, or it may have memories connected to it. Whereas like, yeah, I mean, what happened? Yeah, so there is a mental, the presence of that corrupt program shows in the mind in the form of voices, thoughts, or memories. And that's what usual talk therapy deals with. However, that corrupt program is deeply lodged in our somatic structure, meaning in the organs, in the cells, in the muscles, in some parts of the body, and there is a feeling aspect. So there is basically like a feeling aspect, because when that thought, which is from the absolute truth point of view, is not true, when we believe something that is not true, it is painful. So there is this emotional quality connected with that belief, and there is also some energetic structure of contraction or of some unease. Yeah. So in order to just know it intellectually, it's not enough. It is important to deprogram it both at the level of the mind as well as the level of the emotional and the body. And so before we can deprogram it, we need to actually see it more clearly, more crisp, see it and feel it more crisp. So it has to be right there in front of me, not some vague memory or some in my journal or something that I know. It has to be right here, right now, to see it and feel it. Yeah? And the tricky part is that these are kind of hidden. We don't like them somehow, so they are hidden in the basement. So we are going to learn this tool that many of you know. Is called reverse inquiry, or in Hakomi mindfulness-based psychotherapy, it was called probes, where is a particular method, and its function is to stir it. It's like we want to really investigate some quails that are very squirmy and secretive, and we want to flush them out of the bushes. Yeah? Or there's a bear, we want to have the bear show its face and its grin and its fur, but it is hidden from us. It activates only when something does something to us, but now it's all nice and groovy. It's a little hidden. So we need to poke the bear in order to witness the bear, to investigate it, to just be present to it. And so that is one part of the technique, is to stir it so we can have it here in ideal time. It's safe. We are more conscious than ever. Yeah? And now, it starts to show itself up as a like heat in the body, or a gurgling, or tension or something, or as a thought. And usually it comes up with a lot of thoughts. So we try to isolate it and have one thought at a time. So break down the story into separate independent thoughts. and also to bring awareness to the felt sense in the body. Now, why? The deprogramming itself, it simply means that we shine the light of our true self, the presence, the witnessing, seeing that without kind of like, without avoiding it, without psychologizing it, without analyzing it, without, so we have to have this, the thing itself, the bear, the quails, and that which is aware, that is like a scientist, is just watching it, feeling it, without squirming away from it, without trying to fix it, without trying to be like, oh, but it's going to be okay, you know. So that's the big part of the programming, is to see it crisp from awareness. And in that process, it's a little uncomfortable initially, because when the bear comes up, it's like, it doesn't feel good. And just through seeing it from awareness, you will gradually see the distortion of the thought, and through feeling that actually pain body, that kind of dispels a little bit. So there's some discharging of it. The deprogramming is to see from awareness that construct of thought, and feeling some of the energy, feeling connected to it. And in that process, it will discharge. And then, you know, we are going to keep going. There are other things to do. So the process itself is pretty simple. This reverse inquiry, how it works. And once we get this, I have so many guided processes. Now you can do a lot on your own. Now that you understand this mechanism, this process of reverse inquiry. And this reverse inquiry tool and this modality, especially in a way that you don't have to wait to work with a facilitator. You don't have to wait once a week or once a month to go there. But then you can take this deprogramming, this washing the program clean on your own. Because now you have the deficiency story. So this process will help you that if you are courageous and you are ready to face some discomfort and you are tired of the shit, you can do it on your own some more. So that's how I'm going to teach and do it together, and then we can even do a little bit of some mini demo with some of you, just a little bit, not to solve the situation, but just to illustrate this thing. And then it's really more, it will make more sense to witness it from the outside. So the process itself is that we drop into this kind of sense of just being present, not thinking about anything, just aware of the body, aware of the breath, aware of just what we've done at the beginning. And that's the right position. That's the laboratory of that scientist. The scientist cannot do this in the marketplace of thought traffic. So you are more present. Then, how it goes is that I want you to have clearly among your deficiency corrupt programs, just choose one that you are sure that you discovered it, it's in you, you know it. So just choose one of them, even whatever it is. So I'm unlovable, I'm unworthy, I'm something wrong with me, I am whatever, I'm ugly. So you take whatever that is, and how we're going to do is like this. Let's say if I have I'll tell you first, but don't do it now, but I'm going to explain. And many of you know it, but for new people, as we are present and we have that belief, also have on a shorthand, make the opposite of that belief, just as a game. Let's say if I believe there's something wrong with me, you can make this, I'm just wonderful. I'm wonderful as I am. Or if I'm not worthy, I'm fully worthy of love. I'm fully worthy of love and all amazing things. Another reversal will be, there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. it's fully safe to love. Love is safe. Yeah, so you can already choose your thing and just have it clear, the opposite of it. You have it clear. The reverse of that. And make it big, make it like that you're like, dude, that's a lot, you know? Make it that to the point that your system will be like, ah. So reverse it completely. And then the exercise is like that. As we are present, I'm going to have us all kind of say this inwardly. You can whisper it. The people in the room, you can whisper it to yourself, like I'm fully lovable. I'm wonderful as I am. I'm perfect as I am. And then the people online, actually, you can do it even better. You can actually say this out loud. You are going to, at a certain time when I tell you, I want you to just say it out loud, or here we say it inwardly, maybe 3 or 4 times, 3, 4, 5 times, repeatedly, we say it. Okay, now, we don't say it in order to do like Louise Hay positive affirmation, like, hey man, I'm wonderful as I am, you know, God loves me, as a way to make ourselves feel better or to soothe or to have positive vibe. Yeah, we don't say it like that.
Or create a new belief. We're not creating a new belief.
We're not trying to override it. We are just saying the opposite belief in order to poke the subconscious. And basically, your subconscious is going to react. It's going to reject that statement. Yeah? And so the statement you are going to say, the opposite, the reverse statement, it's like you are throwing some pebble. You throw 3 or 4 or 5 pebbles in a still pond. And then your job is to, although you know it's not, you don't believe that, you just throw it there, and now you are just going into this witnessing, and you're observing whatever ripples may arise in your state as objections. Those ripples could be multiple levels. You may have a thought saying, bullshit, yeah, right, I wish. Anyway, be some thought. Or could be an image of something, or it could be in the body, and it's very important to not just do it from the head, but you say this thing that love is absolutely safe. It's safe to be open to love completely, to love and to get the receive love and love fully. Say it a few times, and then really notice also any reactions in the chest, in the belly, any feeling, any sensation, any tightness. Yeah, and your job is to just notice it. Do nothing about it. Nothing. Some of them will be unpleasant, so try to notice that unpleasantness. It's not going to kill you. And be the observer. Something comes, let it be as it is. If it's a thought, just almost slow it down. Try to put that thought on a IMAX. Just see it without trying to change it, dispute it. Another thought may come, watch that. So we are slow witnessing these things that usually play out in the dark. If it is a feeling, some sadness comes or some anger, just allow it. Witness and allow. If there is some contraction or tension or something that is like a sensation but doesn't seem to have a feeling, it's like yeah, okay, I'm totally lovable as I am, or there's something. So notice that, allow it, and you can even mine it a little bit. Meaning, if this yuckiness in the solar plexus were to have a voice to say something, what would it say? And then from the solar plexus it will say something. I'm bad, or whatever. Yeah, so once again, we reverse the thing. We throw the pebbles a few times, 3, 5 times, and just stay with one. And then just go into simply observing without trying to analyze. Do you have something?
No, I was just going to say, I think it's better just to take them through it. in the interest of time.
Take them through it.
Yeah, to do it, to guide everybody and do it like a quick, 5-minute
Yeah,
exercise.
that was the plan. All right. So yeah, coming back to feeling your seat and the breath. And even just now, you may have certain energies in the body. Just get more used to observing and letting them be. And then I would like you to add this thing. In your mind's eye, somehow, you have like a panorama, meaning a bunch of people that were relevant in your life. Like mom, dad, sisters, grandma, stepdad, lovers, partner, ex-partner. The important relations in your life. I want you to bring this here. But they don't talk to you, you don't talk to them, it's more like a visual of them. And as you see them, just also feel into your inner body and notice and allow any energy just being aware of this. And as you see them, as you are present, and especially of the inner body, I want you to inwardly throw some of that statement 3 or 5 times, the very opposite of your story. Like repeat it 5 times slowly. As you have these relations in your mind's eye, and mom and dad, yeah, you can even kind of say it to them. Say this to them. I'm wonderful as I am. It's totally safe to love you all, to love. Whatever it is, say it to them 3 or 5 times. And now simply observe any reactions, any bubble of thoughts, any thought, feeling, energy. Just witness and allow it to be as it is. No analysis, just noticing. And throw in a few more stones, the same. One more cycle to poke the bear. Very opposite of your deficiency story. And if you have something that says no, 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 that's not true, no, just notice the no. But But go underneath. Let it tell you more. No meaning what? If that is not true, what is true? And have that as if it's like a matrix, big font, a thought, like in a stock market. Let it be there in your mind's eye. Bad, something wrong with me. Just see that written there. Do nothing about it. It's a thought, you are witnessing it. Treat that thought as if it's the only child in the universe. You don't want to abandon it. And then some of them may fall off and some other thought may come. Just watching the ripples, don't fight the ripple, staying present. Also check with your inner body. There's some area of the body that is uncomfortable. Welcome that fully. You can even throw a few more pebbles 2 or 3 times and then observe the area of the body. Yeah, get more precise where that is. Observe it inch by inch, allow it, and see if that part of the body were to say something, have a voice or have a memory. Yeah, so we're dealing with sensations, with thoughts that are being noticed. Also ask yourself now, what is the utility of believing that story? But let it come fresh from your experience now, from your body. Just let that utility be also, slow it down, like a stock market news flash. You are the observer. If there's any more reactions in the body, feelings, can we let them be free, do what they want? So see, this as if you have a zoom screen, two split screen, and on the left side, you can even turn your head. On the left side is that deficiency story, I am whatever. See that on the left side of your screen. And then on the right side, you can turn your head, it's the utility. I believe that so that void something, get something. And just look, do nothing. Just look left and right, right and left. Being that which is observing. You can even have it as if like, so the fact is like this, as a child, as a child, in order to that, you had to believe this. As a child, in order to get that safety or to avoid something, you had to believe that if there's any feelings or energies, come down into the body and don't fight them. Welcome them as if it's a little ragged child from the woods. So notice the breathing, and air and life being pumped by our true parent into the body. And now be, let's say, less interested in all that stuff that came up and somehow coming back to this sense of this global welcoming presence. And allow each breath to bring more loving presence into you. Allow this loving presence come into that part of your body as a balm, as a water on a parched soil. Also notice that whatever sensations you have, there is space around them. Notice this inner, aware, open, awake space. Also checking a little bit scientifically. Okay, so we stirred some waves and then some thoughts came, some energies came. Who am I in this movie? Am I this thought, this feeling, or am I more this presence which observed all of that? Then if there's any residual energies in your body, that's okay. Don't have to focus on it. And gradually coming back to each other. A global sense of being present to the present.